No, the title of this video is not clickbait. I do in fact believe that P. Diddy is not going to stay in prison.
I beg your pardon?
I believe he's either going to escape or get killed. Why do I say this? That's what this video is going to be about. Now, why do I say he's not going to stay in prison? Yes, the legal system is very powerful, but it's impossible to hold someone with as much power and as much influence as someone like P. Diddy. He may currently be in jail, but let's be honest, the kind of jail experience he has is something we would all want our everyday life to be like. He likely has like 5-star meals in the prison, and it sounds like a joke, but it's probably not a joke. I can tell you that P. Diddy, the influence and the reach P. Diddy has is insane. It's massive, it's exponential, it's further than any one of us, anyone watching this can comprehend. There are very few select people involved in this whole thing who can comprehend just how much power P. Diddy has. Ever since he got arrested, even before the whole scandal started, ever since things started coming to light, I have never ever believed he was going to stay in prison. Simply put, because I felt that he'd either be able to wiggle his way out of being sentenced or he'd get Epstein. Now, I've changed my views. I do believe he is going to get put in prison, but I do believe that he's either going to get Epstein or he's going to sneak out. P. Diddy can more than afford a body double who looks identical to him to serve out his sentence while he goes somewhere else and lives his life. Or he could go into prison, and after he's gone into prison, he could get sick or say he's gotten sick, get some sort of permission to get out of the prison, to get treated, and before you know it, wishy-washies around the legal system, doesn't go to prison. It sounds very far-fetched to any of you who are sane of mind listening to this, but you need to understand that not only Carmelo Anthony is a prime example of, in my opinion, of why P. Diddy might not go to jail. Carmelo Anthony is a black boy who stabbed a white boy in a track meet in broad daylight in front of everybody. Now, the exact circumstances of that event are being challenged constantly, but no one really knows for sure what the true situation behind that is. But the general idea is that he stabbed this boy unprovoked, and he not only was able to raise $500,000 in a fundraiser, in a GoFundMe, but was also able, these people are also calling him a hero, and the judge that was presiding over his case lowered his bond from $1 million to $250,000. I need you to contextualize just how crazy that is, and understand that why it's happening. I need you to think and understand why those things happened with Carmelo Anthony. Because he's black. I am black, I'm not shitting on black people, just pointing it out. Racism has officially, not completely, but in many ways racism has flipped on its head. And O.J. Simpson is another example of that. A lot of people let O.J. Simpson walk free. A lot of members of the jury for O.J. Simpson years later acknowledged that they do feel he was guilty, but wanted him to go free as like punishment for the justice system for messing up and mistreating black people in the past. I think that then it's like you think about it like this, and don't get me wrong, the woman who was insulting who called that like 5-year-old or 10-year-old autistic black kid the N-word, I don't know, man, like for the woman who did that has her own GoFundMe, and that's made a lot of money too, which is proof that there is pushback on the white side against this double standards, and preferential treatment that certain black people are getting. And so that is a factor too. But I do think it's very important to contextualize that there are a lot of black people who feel betrayed and mistreated by white people and will defend another black person regardless of the situation or the circumstance, sometimes to get back at black people. And so Diddy is black. Diddy is also somebody a lot of people grew up listening to. Diddy is also somebody who has a stupid amount of power and influence and is more than capable of walking through back channels to get some way to find a way to incentivize the jury to find him innocent. The same thing with the judge. It's all of this sounds very far-fetched, but think about it. P. Diddy and Trump. Trump said that he liked P. Diddy back before all of this started, a while before all of this started, and he's attended some of Diddy's parties, white parties. And so when you think about it like that, there is a chance that Trump will let P. Diddy go with a presidential pardon. That's another thing on the table, another potential possibility that Trump will say, you know what, P. Diddy be let free. And it's another thing that you're going to hear and you're going to be like, there is no way Donald Trump is going to do that. And I think about it. Donald Trump is unpredictable. No one knows what he's going to do. No one knows. He doesn't give a fuck. If he feels that's what he wants to do, he'll do it. So I ask you, I want to understand, all of you listening to this understand, all of this is speculation. None of this is for sure. I'm just saying this because I highly doubt P. Diddy is going to stay in prison. Even if he gets convicted, which is a good chance he will, he is likely either going to get Epstein or sent out of the prison somehow. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.